I really just bought Sims. It was on sale for $99. Man, what a weird sign of the times. Need to keep busy, trying to eat the hours away. Who knew that I like milk?
I'm so burnt out from my job and I just feel like I have no time for myself, and yeah, I don't know what to do. So if you feel this way, please keep watching, because these are the things that I've tried myself and it has helped a lot. And even though I face burnout time to time as well, I really think that incorporating these things can really help. So firstly, I wanted to define what is mental health. So I used the World Health Association definition. It says that it is a state of well-being in which the individual realizes his or her abilities, can cope with the normal stresses of life, work productively and fruitfully, and is able to make a contribution to his or her community. So mental health is a really important topic that a lot of us has been talking about, especially with COVID and people having their daily activities change quite a lot. So in Australia, there's over 2 in 5 Australians that are aged 16 to 85 years old that have experienced a mental disorder at a time, sometime in their life. And another fact that I found really surprising is that females are more likely to experience high or very high levels of psychological distress than males, which is interesting because it really kind of makes you question whether we put these strategies in place as females. Also, 50% of Australians have felt lonely in the previous 4 weeks. So this was in 2021 when they surveyed people. So that's really important to note as well when we're talking about our mental health, so the social aspect. And then 16% of Australian households experience at least one financial stressor. So that's another thing. So our basic needs need to be addressed as well. And 61% of Australians use at least one strategy to manage their mental health. So that's more than half, I guess, but it's not 100%. So still shows that there is a gap in how people maintain their mental health. And yeah, I'm here to tell you some of the things that has helped me. So I'm going to start my eyebrows first, and then we'll get into the first strategy. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is how to maintain or manage your time, your work-life balance. So a lot of health professionals I hear experience burnout, and burnout is so real. Burnout will happen to you at the beginning of your career, but it could also happen throughout your career as well. So some of the things that has helped me personally and other health professionals is asking for less hours, or if you can reduce the amount of hours you work. I think that is a good option. If you don't have that option, another thing is developing time management skills. So some of the time management skills might include delegating your tasks to other people. And it could also mean planning ahead of time and knowing how much time you have to complete a task. So I remember when I first started my career, I didn't really have any time management skills for my work, and that was really hard because as an OT we have to see clients, and we need to make sure that we don't go overtime because we'll have to make people wait, and that's not a very nice experience for a client to have. So I had to really like use a watch, and that made me realize how much time I have. But then also like I could show to my client that okay, like time's running up, and was there anything else you wanted to tell me? So it really helps not just you with like keeping track of time, but also the client as well, and they probably don't want you to go over the time limit as well. Another thing that has helped me a lot is if you have like admin work to do, making sure that you don't put it in a day where you're really busy seeing clients, and to put it in a day where you are seeing less clients and it's more like a quiet day, or like time, or if you don't really have that time, finding in a day where like there isn't like you're not putting in between clients and you're doing it as a block. So whether it's in the morning or in the afternoon that you're just sitting down and doing your admin work, because this is going to minimize any distractions you have like throughout the day. And I personally could get really distracted when I'm in the office, like visually, but also like I can hear people talking and then I'll want to like join in, and it's really hard in an open office. So I would recommend trying those strategies. And I guess another thing that people say is like, oh, I feel like I don't really have time to do things that I like because I'm so exhausted at the end of the day, like mentally and physically. And I would say like what you can do is you can try to ask your employer if you can take a mental health day. And I know some places would call this like personal leave, and this will help you have a day where you can do what you want and not think about work. And I think if you're a hard worker, like your employer shouldn't really say that you couldn't, but you gotta really take care of yourself and let them know that like if you are not 100%, how you're going to help another person. So make sure you do communicate that to your employer. And also like when it comes to your time, make sure that you also have time for yourself when you're at home. And this comes down to building boundaries with your family, whoever you live with, because at the end of the day, you put all of your energy to take care of your clients or patients, so you want to have time for yourself at the end of the day, and not having to like manage someone's emotions or someone's needs at the end of the day. Sometimes it's harder when you have children, so I think having asking your partner like if they can help you out someday. So like it all comes down to communicating it with your family and making sure that they know that this is your boundary. Like maybe just give you like 5-10 minutes, like maybe before you go home, just drive around or go somewhere where you can just take a breather and not have someone come to you and ask you for help. Because as a helping profession, we really need to take care of our mental health and take care of our needs first, because you're gonna end up burning, you're gonna end up like not having enough water in your cup, and then you can't really help others, and you'll build resentment as well, and you don't want to just hate your job and feel like I'm so like exhausted and I can't do this anymore. So the next one is something that people like would hear about the most, and it's seeking for therapy or seeking for help. So I really think it's good for you to try it, and I know that therapy can get really expensive, so if that is something that you are worried about, I really recommend you to look into EAP, the Employment Assistance Program, which is what you can access through your employer. And this is just like free sessions. Sometimes it's three ones, sometimes it's 10. So you just have to ask your HR person or employer about this option and say that you know, I need to take care of my mental health, and it might affect my work performance. So I really recommend that. And there's also other ways you can access for help by going to your local GP and asking for the mental health care plan, where you can get, I think, 20 sessions for less money. And make sure you do find a psychologist, and then they could write a letter to that psychologist so you can get a Medicare rebate. Another thing that I do when I don't have therapy is by journaling down your thoughts. So this is something that a lot of people have started to do, and it's not easy to do. It's not for everyone, because I know that not everyone likes to write. And I personally never really liked writing until I did journaling, and I realized that it does help me because I'm a visual person as well. So if I write down my thoughts, it seems more real. And it also validates my emotions too, because I'm writing it down and I'm saying this is real, this is a fact, this is how I actually feel. So it actually feels really good to just release that on a paper instead of releasing it onto someone else, a friend or family, because I don't think they want to hear me talk about negative stuff all the time. Another thing, if you're not like a writer, like talking to yourself in the mirror or like recording yourself can really help, because when you hear it back, like especially with recording, you can really see like, oh, like this is how I actually felt, and you can look at your face and you can see it actually seems like it stressed you out. So it's very validating, which is why YouTube is so therapeutic for YouTubers, and because like it really helps them validate their emotions. And then also, like, yeah, when you watch other people talk about their emotions, you can feel validated that way too. So yeah, find ways where you can validate your emotions even if you don't have therapy. But I also recommend you seeking therapy if you feel like you're kind of stuck, and even if you don't know like what to do, it's good to just have one session and see how that goes. Talking to friends, to other friends who are in your field really helps. So I would say, like, it's so like easy for us to go on the internet and find like strategies, like self-care tips and stuff, but like sometimes it's different for us because we don't have the same schedule as the people that are making these videos. So we don't have that much time, such as, for example, journaling. Sometimes we don't have time for that. So what are the kind of time efficient ways we can take care of mental health? And sometimes we don't have time to just go to the beach and like just relax. So I really recommend to talk to other health professionals, your friends, your coworkers, and ask them what they do to relax and wind down. And that has helped me a lot. Like, I watch my friends and I see what they do, and like, yeah, I ended up picking up things that also help me too. So I really recommend you to talk to people who are in a similar, I guess, similar job as yours, so you feel like, okay, this person. These strategies, I would say it's more holistic and alternative. So if you are not interested in these type of things, you can exit the video. But if you're interested in trying something different, something new, please continue to watch. So the sixth strategy is oracle cards. So oracle cards is a card that I use when I want like kind of like words of affirmation and kind of like a positive pick-me-up. And I recommend this is because, like, what I realized is that when we're doing oracle cards, we're actually trying to find things that relate to us, and it actually kind of tells us a lot about our subconscious, like what we are looking for. And some people, when they think about like tarot cards and oracle cards, they're like, oh, it's meant to predict the future or something, and it's not real. But then for me, I find that oracle cards and also tarot cards, you kind of listen to what you want to hear, and the guidance from these cards can be quite therapeutic. So I would recommend you trying to explore something like that if you're interested in it. Yeah, because like when I was going through a tough time, like me and my friend, we just read each other oracle cards, and like any question that we have about our life, we can use these cards to give ourselves some guidance. And these cards are meant to be very uplifting, with words and stories that are meant to be more like inspiring, motivating. So yeah. So another thing that has helped me a lot is dance, and I wanted to talk about using our 5 senses and how that has helped me stay more in the present moment. So movement.
Yeah, you read my mind.
So movement is a sense, and it's also called the vestibular sense, and this helps a lot with especially dancing and exercising, doing Pilates, doing anything where you're moving your body can really help. And yeah, as you know, increases endorphins as well, so that's really a plus. Yeah, it's the same thing as you get when you have sugar, so it's kind of like that. Another thing is using your other senses, like your smell. So if you like candles, scented things, diffusers, that has helped me quite a lot. One that I use is this really cute ramen cup diffuser, and I just got it from Miniso, which is like similar to like Daiso and Miniso, which are like cheaper stores with like cute stationery stuff. So yeah, I recommend this if you're looking for it, for a diffuser. And then I just got some essential oils from Kmart. Another thing is sound. So sorry about the noise in the background, someone's cutting the grass. But sound is another one. So music is really good, and singing also really helps. Singing actually helps because you're actually having to breathe, like doing deep breaths, which has helped a lot of people to calm down their nervous system. There's other ones like touch, and that is like if you like massages, you can massage yourself. Touch could also be hugging a soft toy or holding onto something, or yeah, I think for me personally, I'm quite a tactile person as well, so I like to like touch my hair, and I like to do things with my hands. So I've been doing polymer clay earrings. Another thing is taste. So another taste is, for me, I really like drinking coffee and matcha. So I really like to sip onto something when I want to concentrate or want to just calm down my body. Another sense is proprioceptive sense, which is anything to do with like pushing against your joints or pulling your muscles or your tendons, and this helps relax the nervous system. So this could be weighted activities like doing weight training, or I do pole dance sometimes, so that really helps as well, or doing yoga, doing different poses, so that really helps too. So the last one that I wanted to recommend trying is Reiki meditation. So Reiki is life force in Japanese. Sorry about the noise again. I don't think it's gonna go away, but hopefully you can hear me. And yep, Reiki is life force and in Japanese, and it's meant to help with releasing energies that are not serving you. And this has really helped me to just tap into my spirituality, but also I really like imagining things and daydreaming things that might not be here in the present, and I just like to think that there's something more than just us. And I think there is this thing of if there's things that are out of control and it's controlled by something else, like the universe, it feels more comforting. So although there is not a lot of studies that proves that Reiki is effective, but a lot of people do come out really relaxed, and I think it's to do with the feeling that someone's touching you, even though they're not actually touching you, but they're hovering over you, and that heat and that feeling of touch can really help us just relax and feel comforted, which I found really relaxing. So I don't really do face-to-face Reiki anymore, so I go on YouTube, and I really like YouTubers that do ASMR Reiki. So my favorite one is Whispers of the Wolf ASMR. I can put some link down below. I also like Eddie ASMR, and yeah, these two, and I think there was some other ones that I liked, but those are the main ones. So if you type in ASMR Reiki, you can find really good ones. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. These are just some of the habits that I kind of picked up that helped me a lot with my mental health. And if you guys liked any of these, please let me know in the comments section below. I think it will be really important for us health professionals to share each other our self-care tips to each other, because our helping profession is needed and we need you. And yeah, we don't want you to burn out real bad that you will quit the profession. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Please let me know what other videos you would like to see, and see you later.